You know who he is. He is the most successful cable news anchor of all time. He is also the New York Times best-selling author. His book, Killing England, The Brutal Struggle for the American Independence, is #1 on the New York Times bestseller list. Congratulations.
Thank you, Bill. I appreciate that.
I don't think I've ever said and interviewed actually a #1 bestseller. That's
yeah. We knocked off Hillary Clinton, so that was we got a twofer for it. And Killing England. You know, I don't have the daily platform on TV anymore, so people, it's not going to. And people have found the book, and they're using the book in their debates about NFL kneeling, statue covering, whether the United States is a noble nation or a bad country. So all of these things that we wrote about in Killing England, the history of the Revolutionary War, are very relevant to today, and I think that's one of the secrets of the book.
And I think one of the reasons, this is my personal opinion, why they're successful is I think there's a hunger for history. We don't teach it, but we have a hunger for it.
Yeah, but it has to be done in a fun way. It can't be done like these history books that come out and they're 980 pages, and it's then this happened and then that happened, and then, I'm a history major and a former high school history teacher. You gotta pizzazz. You gotta move it along. You gotta make it fun. And all these killing books, this is the 7th one, are written so we put you there. So you're with George Washington at Valley Forge in those hellacious battles, hand-to-hand combat. You're there. You're seeing it. That's our writing style. And then people get caught up in the book itself, and then they go, gee, I'm learning a lot and I'm having a good time. And that's the secret.
And that's great, because I happen to be passionate about history, and I think you're right. It's got to be active. It's got to be alive. It's got to be there. There are a couple of things I want to talk to you about, and it's kind of a Trump at war theme in my mind today. He is at war with the media. He's at war with his own party. And he is at war with the NFL Players Association, if you will. Let's start with this fight within his own party. Bob Corker, it appears Mattis, maybe Tillerson as well. Corker, though, certainly the guy front and center these days.
Yeah, I don't think he's got a problem. The president has a problem with Mattis. I think their relationship is strong. Tillerson, it's a little distant between the president and the Secretary of State at this point. I don't think it's a crisis. As far as Corker is concerned, I'm not getting really what this is all about, because it doesn't help anybody. It doesn't help Corker, doesn't help President Trump, doesn't help the country, doesn't help the Republican Party. So who wins? Nobody. So I think that President Trump is an emotional guy. This is what people fail to understand. He's a calculating guy. He does think out why he does things and what he tweets, and he goes, I'm going to do this tweet, and here's what I want out of it. But he's very emotional, and if you come at him and he doesn't like what you're doing, he snaps. He goes boom, 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 and then he's got that little device now, all right? So that's what happened with the Corker thing, and then it goes back and forth, and I'm going, boys, what? Like Rodney Dangerfield, boy, why are you doing this? Because it really, the folks don't care. They don't know, with all due respect, they don't know who Senator Corker is unless you're from Tennessee. And they go, why are we doing this? We want a tax cut. We want better health care. We don't want this little fighting. So I knock it off.
Yeah, well, thin-skinned is the way a number of people on Newsmax have described it. He has thin skin.
You're talking about
Donald Trump? He has very thin skin.
I would say so. I mean, if you're a rich guy, you got to understand that you get your own way your whole life. Very few people tell you no. And then you're in a position where you're being treated unfairly, and he is, on a daily basis. And yeah, I would say thin-skinned is accurate.
Do you think he's made the situation with the NFL better or worse? We've got a meeting next week where the owners are going to be meeting. Now we've learned that the NFL Players Association is going to be in attendance at that meeting. Yeah. What's your take on what's happening?
I think it's a big win for Trump. I think, this is why Trump won the election. He's able to peel off certain issues that really don't matter very much, but they're emotional issues for the folks. And about 65%, according to the polls, of Americans don't want athletes disrespecting their country, their flag, and their anthem. So Trump puts himself immediately on the side of those 65%, immediately. And he's their champion. He's their leader. And he's, takes no prisoners. That's his style, scorched earth. So this is a big win for Trump. Now, the little jabs he gets from the far left, he doesn't care about them. The NFL Players Association, he doesn't care about that. All right? But he knows that most of the people and all of his voters are on his side. So it's a win for Donald Trump.
Well, it is interesting because it has put the NFL in a difficult situation because they don't have a political problem now. They have a business problem. Yeah, they have an economic problem now.
Absolutely. So next week I expect that they're going to come up with some kind of statement. The players and the owners will come together and they'll all go, kumbaya, and some kind of mealy-mouthed. And I had the solution on BillO'Reilly.com. By the way, if you guys want daily analysis, we do it on Bill O'Reilly. The solution is very, very easy. And you're the NFL commissioner, and you say, listen, guys, you work for the individual team owners. And if the team owners don't want you to behave in a certain way, then you're not going to behave in a certain way. So rather than banning, which I don't want to do, I don't want to ban protests, you're going to stay in the locker room until the national anthem is through, if you don't want to stand for it, and then you can come out. That's reasonable. And then on Tuesday, we'll give you a room called the protest room in every team, and you can go in and you can talk to the press or anybody else about what your beef is. I think that's the fair solution.
It was great to have you on today. You just solved a whole bunch of trouble.
But I do that everything. On BillO'Reilly.com, we just solve them. Bang, 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 bang.
It's there.
Right.
Thank you very much, Bill. Appreciate
Bill,
you.
nice to see you. Thanks for having me in.
You betcha.